Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have the video with my completed pages for the month of October for you. It's the month of October 2024 and I'm a little late with this video because I spent the last weekend recording videos of our family color along pages together with my mom. So I had to postpone this one for a couple of days. But today here I am. As you can see, I have colored a lot in October. It was another very productive month. Um, and I'm excited to share the completed pages with you. All right, let's put them to the side and then we go through them step by step. So let's start with the mythographic books. First, I have Mythographic Cosmic Spirit by Fabiana Attanasio. And I colored this page for a color along actually, which was hosted by Erica at Elm Colors, and she had a color palette and a prompt for every month, for every week of the month of October. And this one was the skeleton, and it was a really cool pastel-y color palette, so I really liked that contrast. And I used my Ohuhu markers for basing this one, and then I used polychromos pencils and Prismacolors. The polychromos for the dark tones and the Prismacolors for the light shades. Yeah, and I used a glitter black gel pen for some of the writing and the black details. I think it looks pretty cool. All right. Then next, another mythographic book is Magical Earth by Joseph Kettenbang. And what I didn't mention is that this page is also a color along on my channel. So if you like it, you can follow along on my color along. I will put links to all the color alongs that I have in the description down below. This one is also a color along on my channel, and it's quite sparkly because I used a lot of Winsor & Newton gold ink in the end to sparkle on top, and I also colored the frame with the gold ink because I had the sudden inspiration that it would look good, and I also like it. I always, when I looked at this picture, I used to have more of a spring palette in mind, I have to say, but then recently I looked at it and for some reason I saw this purple background and the more fall color palette, and I thought, yeah, why not? I really felt like coloring the picture, and that's what I did. So it's based with Uhuhu markers, and then I used what was it? I think polychromos. Well, you can check if you look at the color along on my channel, then you can see exactly which pencils I used if you're interested. Somehow, if you color that much, you start to forget which pencils you used. I never thought this would happen, but actually, I can't remember. Very strange. I think it was Prismacolors, but I'm not sure. All right, the next we have R.J. Hampson's Moonlight Mischief. I have not colored a lot in this book so far, which is a pity. I really like Mr. Hampson's style. So I'm really happy that I got another picture done in this one. And it's another autumnal one. It's the Sleeping Tree. And I based this one also with Uhuhu markers. And then I used polychromos pencils for the details. That was a very quick and simple page. Just a little bit of shading, and the basing with the markers is also really quick. But I like it. I think it's a cute picture, and I like the palette that I used. So happy to have another picture done in this book. Then I have Flora by Maria Trolle. I have the German edition, which is a soft cover, interestingly, but it does have really nice paper. All right, I did this picture first, and I used Inktense for almost everything. Yeah, I used them in the background and activated them with water. I used them also to base the tree and also to color the leaves. For the leaves, I used a colorless blender from Uusikuuu, so an alcohol marker blender. And I blended the leaves with that instead of water. I really like that because it doesn't crinkle the paper so much, and it's giving it also a more smoother finish, at least in small areas. If you use it for blending really large areas, you start to get streaks. So you have to work a bit differently, and then you will get also an interesting texture. I used that. Let me see if I just find the page very quickly. Here. Here I use the technique with the blender marker on the background, and I really like the texture that it has given to the background. But here I used water in the background, and I just used the blender pen for the details. And then I went over some of the details with my Ergosoft pencils. Yeah, those little details here, I colored with them the door and the laundry, and a bit of additional details of the tree bark. Yeah, I really like the colors that I used in this one. I like the contrast between the blue background and the orangey leaves. I think that looks really cool. And then I did this picture while we were on vacation, and I used exactly the same pencils and technique for the leaves. So if you look at them, they are really exactly the same because I really liked it so much. I used the same Inktense pencils and I blended them just in the same way. And here I also used Inktense for the background and blended them with water. And you can see the paper is not very buckly, so it's really nice paper. I like it. And I blended also the Inktense on the tree with water. But on the acorns, I also used the blender. And then again, I used just a little bit of detail with my Ergosoft pencils. I was traveling while I did those pictures, so I only had my Inktense and the small set of Ergosoft pencils with me. So that's why this is a combination you will see on even more pictures this month. All right, now, but first, another color along that I did. And I'm really proud of this one because I did actually a double page spread in spirit animals. And this time I colored everything together. The other page that I have done in this book so far, I really did as two separate pages. I did this one first and then later I did this one. And in this case, I did both of the pages together. And I really like how it turned out. I really like the color combination. It's really, the orange colors are really vibrant and strong, and they go so well with the bluish violet background. So I'm really happy how this one turned out. And if you like it as well, it's a color along up on my channel. There are also some sparkly bits. I did the crowns in golden Posca, and I did the blue crystals with the glitter gel pen. I like that. The background was done with Neocolor, and I based some things with Inktense, some things with markers, water-based markers, and then eventually I got over everything with my polychromos pencils. So it's a real mixed media page. I threw a lot of different things at this double page, and I really like it. All right. Now I might zoom you in a little bit. Oops. I have A Million Baby Animals by Lulu Mayo. And I have colored this page. So this cute little owl family. And I colored them with water-based markers mainly. I like the different combinations for all the leaves. So I have this page from A Million Baby Animals by Lulu Mayo. Sorry, I had to answer the door. I really like the different yellow and orange tones that I used for the different leaves. It's all done with water-based markers. You can see they are much more streaky than the alcohol markers, but I don't mind so much. It's better than ruining the opposite page on the side of the paper, on the other side. I also used a little bit of polychromos pencils for shading a little bit on the animals and giving a bit of texture to the owl's feathers. I wanted to say fur, but it's, yeah, they don't have fur, obviously. Yeah, I think it's a nice picture. All right. Then I have two witches books. Oh, I need to zoom in again. Witches and Witches Around. I had so far only Year of Witches, and I liked the illustration so much that I decided to get also the other pictures. I know that a lot of people are complaining that the paper in these books is such a poor quality, but I'm getting along quite okay, yeah. I'm usually using always the same technique, which is basing everything with alcohol markers and then going over the top with polychromos pencils. And that's also exactly what I did for this page, and I think it turned out really cute. I used a little bit of glitter gel pen, I don't know if you can see it, for the stars and the moons on the fabric of the curtain. Yeah, I really like it. Cute rainy day picture. Those pictures are so quick to color. I really do them. I like to do them in between, and yeah, that's really stressless coloring for me. And then in Witches Around, I did actually 2 pages. First, I did this page. And I really like the color combination that I used for this one. And it has also some sparkle gel pen on the notes, on the stars, and on the little bat on the girl's shirt. I think it's really cute, and I like that I gave her pink hair in this picture. I really like the colors. That was a lot of fun, and also super quick. So mediums as always, Ohu markers and polychromos. And then I did another page, and that was this one. And this one I did actually as a color along on my channel. So if you want to see how I tackle these pages with a bit more detail, you can have a look at this color along. There you can see how I base everything with the markers, how I go over with my pencils for just a little bit of shading, and that's already all. I usually add some details to the girls' faces because I think they are a little too abstract. Yeah, you see they have basically no noses and no pupils in their eyes, so I changed that because I like it a bit better this way. So just with a bit of black fine liner. And I like this one also from the color combination. It's a cute page. Yeah, so that was it for the witches books. And now the last book that I have, I need to zoom you in even a little bit more. This tiny book, Boules de Poils, by Diane Dufour. It's fur balls, and I did 2 pages in this one. First, I colored this page, and it's entirely colored with airsoft pencils. And I really like all the different fall leaves, and I like how I did the texture of the fur from the fox. I think that turned out nice. And yeah, it was a simple page. I mean, quite repetitive with all the leaves, but that's also relaxing sometimes. And then I did another page also while I was still traveling. So it's the same combination of tools that you have seen already on other pages. So it's based with Inktense, and then I used the Ergosoft pencils for a little bit of details on the cat's fur, so it would have a little bit of texture. I really like the color combination in this one as well. I like the different orange tones that I used for the different pumpkins, and I also like the background color a lot. Yeah, so that was it for Boule de Poil, and it was actually the last page that I wanted to show you. Oh no, it's not true. I have my Evergreen small victories, and this time I have to zoom you out even for this book because it's not that small. And I did a couple of pages, as always, also in small victories. I almost forgot it. I didn't have it on the pile with the other books. All right, so in October, I colored this double page spread. I colored the moths first. As always, only with my Ergosoft pencils. And I like the color combination, and I used the same colors for the opposite side. I just added a little bit of green. So I think that's a really pretty autumnal color combination. I'm really proud of that one. I think I need to use it in some other pages as well. It's really cool. I like this double page. Then I did another double page. I did these 2 floral ornaments first, one in pink and one in blue. And then I decided to use the same color combinations on the snail and the bee. And I used the blue colors on the house of the snake, and I used the pink colors on the bee's wings. Yeah, I obviously added additional colors so I could make the bee yellow and brown. And yeah, I think I like it a lot. I like especially the bee. I like it more than the snail. I think it's a pretty color combination. Then I did this page with the huge flowers. That was a bit exhausting, I have to say, because it was quite large areas to shade, but in the end I like how it turned out. I think it's pretty. And then last but not least, all the little forest animals on this page, all with some nice autumnal palettes. Yeah, I think this one turned out also really cute. And now that was it actually, for real. That was the last page in the last book that I have to show you for October. So it's been quite a pile of books this month. I don't know. Do you have a favorite page? Just let me know in the comments down below. Let me think if I have a favorite page. It's hard to choose, I have to say. I really like the mythographic pages that I did, but maybe my favorite one is the double page spread in Spirit Animals. So let me know what you think. Also, if you have any other comments or questions or anything, just please leave me a comment. I'm really happy to hear from you. Then thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.